Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to take a close look at a Duo Arcade DIY edition. So in the video, in the previous videos where I've talked about the Pandora's Box 6 Duo machines, but I want to talk about the Pandora's Box, not the 6, but the Pandora's Box DX DIY retro arcade cabinet from China, and how good is the new version. The two-player DIY dual screen arcade. This is, by the way, a very unique product, because I have reviewed a couple of these dual screen versions, but this is actually the only version that you really need to put together. You're going to get this like a DIY kit, and this is not like your typical machine that you need to screw on a ball top or you need to put basically an only Pandora box in. No, this is actually in DIY, so you're going to get it in separate parts. You can compare this with IKEA furniture. It's quite easy, you just need to know which bolt goes where, and they most give you at the time a very nice manual that explains it. So the previous model was powered by a Pandora's Box number 6, but of course in the latest edition they sell it with the Pandora's Box CX, but also with the DX, where we're going to talk about how good is this board and is it actually like a good upgrade. Capabilities of having a third monitor, yep, so you have basically a triple LCD monitor. You can connect this device to a PC, and that makes no sense in my opinion. You can add and remove games with the Pandora Box 6, but also with the new Pandora Box CX and DX. We're having both player and 6-button layout. Some machines will have 8-button, but so far I know they're only having 6-button layout with light up feature. That looks kind of fancy in my opinion. You're going to get different colors, so you're going to get like every player has their own button set. This is an LED strip that will show you in the DIY that you need to screw on, that gives like this RGB light up feature. Not the best light up marquee I've seen, but it's okay. I did look up the specs of the monitors, they are 1080p, but the signal from the Pandora box is still 720p, and so far I know also with the latest versions. So from the 6 up to the DX, there's nothing been changed out there. We're going to get the same menu like all the Pandora's boxes, number 5, 6, CX or DX, only they added some new features. All of the main boards have the EO test, and I can say it is super convenient if you want to test if everything has been connected correctly. And not to forget, if you have any issues, you can double check it over here if it's a button issue or a piece of software. And overall, the same settings goes with the Pandora Box 6 CX and the DX, no aspect ratio. So you are stuck with the widescreen display. So with the games, it's a minor difference. With all the models, doesn't even matter if you're going to get yourself a 6, CX or DX. By the way, the errors we're having like with the previous problems, they didn't even fix it in the later models. Yep, you can add your own 3-dimensional games. With the Pandora Box 6 was trouble, you had like a lot of issues with PlayStation 1. So it was in my opinion a horrible experience. With the CX and DX, they did fix all of the issues like save function, and all the things did work just fine. And of course we're having the search option. They are still running on the same hardware specifications, or most of the main boards didn't have a big upgrade. An overall experience was okay, and the 3-dimensional games like the PlayStation 1 run just fine when it comes with the CX and the DX. But let's enough chit chat about the cabinet itself, let's put it together and show you what you're going to get. Because it looks kinda cool with a light up feature. But here you can see that there's quite a difference when it comes to a 2-player arcade stick and the 2-player Pandora's Box official DIY kit. There were quite some, let's say, differences with the measurements. It's not that gigantic. But overall, the joysticks are in okay quality, like semi-clone joysticks. The long travel Chinese buttons like always. That will give you an okay gameplay. But personally, I would love to see they're just going to give all Senwa or higher quality parts in all of these DIY kits. And let's say, ask $10 or $20 more. So we're going to enjoy some better arcade gameplay. The Pandora's Box DX. But how good is it actually? So we're having the same casing all over again. But we're going to get a different menu, or it looks like a different menu. Basically it's the same with a new skin over it. What I already mentioned, like the game amount is almost the same. Even if they are going to add more or less game, it doesn't even matter because we're going to get a lot of double games. We're going to get the same stuff all over again with the Pandora's Box 6, and that also applies with the emulation of the MAME and or Neo Geo part. They didn't fix a lot of issues. I'm very happy that we're having the Pandora tool guys. So from the Pandora team channel, they're having like an update coming up with the Pandora's Box, unlocking this machine and basically fix all the mistakes they didn't fix the first place. But then overall, like, we're having all the same features like Pandora Box 6, category system, search function, so there's really nothing new over here. And the same goes with the freaking settings. Same stuff, they only added a filter now. We can play like the polish pixel filter and we're having scan lines. Like I already mentioned, PlayStation 1 has been fixed, so we can now save the game. So with games like Tekken, that we can actually unlock the characters and save the game. So it's quite interesting that they didn't fix it. Like, it's something that you cannot believe that they didn't fix the freaking save function. And overall, all the other MAME games run the same like Pandora's Box 6. And yep, that also includes the games that has sound issues. Maybe in the future the Pandora team can fix those things and make this box better, because I think it's just the same. And of course, the weird fighting games you can see here are running always perfectly. Games like those, I don't get it. Seriously, I really don't get it. But this is what you're going to get with the Pandora Box CX and also with the DX software. So let's talk about and conclude what do I think of these DIY kits. But this DIY kit is a great example of what they're doing over there on AliExpress. They are just reselling the same casing all over again, but just only slapping a new mainboard in it. That's it. But yeah, the older one, I think you cannot even find it anymore. So let me know in the comments what do you think of this DIY kit. Would you consider buying it? Do you think it's really fun to build it yourself? Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing, hit that little bell, give this video a like, and it would be great to see you in the next video.